Jupiter, the big brother gas giant of a planet that's protecting the inner solar system from multiple asteroid attacks. And also, it's one of many gas giants keeping the asteroid belt intact, is about to disappear from the solar system. This beautiful gas giant that wouldn't be good to live on, but it's good to have in our solar system, very soon is going to be no more. It all started when a purple pyramid-like object, even it was a couple of million miles away from the planet Jupiter, it was actually hovering around, roaming the area. It shot a red laser at Jupiter. I think it was a scanning laser of some sort. Then it had a wing around it, like it collected data from Jupiter. And then, you usually wouldn't be able to see particles. Well, these particles were visible to the naked eye. You could see them. They were going into the pyramid object, and also they were going into Jupiter. These particles caused a wave of heat, and also they were causing matter. It wasn't antimatter. It wasn't the matter that we live in, and it wasn't strange matter. It was different matter from another laws of physics. The pyramid fell right into Jupiter, causing a big blast circle of heat, similar to a meteorite blast on Earth. And then 3 beams went in there as the particles continued penetrating the surface, or should I say the gas part of Jupiter. Something weird happened to Jupiter. This black gas was flowing out of Jupiter. Jupiter wasn't even spinning on its axis anymore. It was spinning out of control. The pressure of the gas giant was overwhelming. And then it was so overwhelming that it caused the density to increase, the size, radius of the planet to increase, until Jupiter's gas exploded outwards into space, leaving the original rocky Jupiter core to like a miniature sun. The core of Jupiter was now the same temperature as the very upper surface of the Sun. It was very hot, and Jupiter was no longer a gas giant. It was just a hot rock, molten rock, the same temperature as the outer part of the Sun. Over a couple of hundreds of years, thousands of years, it was cooling down. But if you looked at it, it would probably look like the planet Earth looked a couple of billion years ago in kind of visual comparison. It cooled down, so you could only see the core of Jupiter. No more gas giants. This is bad news for the inner planets of the solar system regards to the asteroid belt and other comets and asteroids that would pose a threat to Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. Jupiter then was having these rocks flowing out of it and then slamming back in, and then it just went really hot again. This time it was just slightly hotter than the Sun, with gas forming around it. Could Jupiter be trying to put itself back together again? But the sad news is that Jupiter was not reforming. There just was not enough gas, because all the main gas around the rocky core had blew out into space, and then obviously leaving this core, it was getting a very, 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 very high density, until basically anyone that didn't know any better would think that it was trying to turn into a black hole or something. But instead, something weird happens to Jupiter. It wasn't a rocky core, it obviously wasn't becoming gas again, but it was a ball of this weird matter. And for a split couple of weeks or so, it turned the entire of space white. You couldn't see any stars. The darkness of space had gone. It was white. Everybody on the planet Earth would have been blind by now, if they would have been alive. But this matter, this weird stuff, if you touched this or stepped foot on this, you would turn into weird matter, and then your laws of physics would be that complex and weird that your existence, any existence, wouldn't make any sense. Because something happened. Jupiter, the death of Jupiter was causing some weird matter to be introduced into the matter that we know of, we live in, and basically this could be like an infection in the solar system or the universe. What if this affects the other planets? What if weird matter goes on Earth, causing things that we know to just be completely different? Nothing would be white. That is the case with Jupiter. And then, Jupiter wouldn't usually turn into a supernova white. Supernovas are caused by massive stars that are way bigger than the Sun. Well, Jupiter exploded to a mini version of a supernova. And this supernova's blast is going to reach the inner planets of the solar system, spreading the weird matter to other planets.